Yeah. Set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down to go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. Little whispers in my head, man, is you fake or loyal? Why no water, death is sign of baby, pick your poison. These little demons living underneath my bed, creeping. Know the real monster lives above them all, sleeping. That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again, looks can be deceiving. When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come.
School as we have a Raccoon River Conference showdown between the Carroll Tigers and the Bondurant Blue Jays. I'm joined tonight by Tessa Simpson. Tessa, thanks for being here for our inaugural broadcast of Blue Jay Volleyball.
Super excited to be here.
Yeah, should be a good matchup coming in today. The Tigers are currently 17-15 overall, 4-3 in conference play, 5th overall. The Blue Jays are 25-6, 6-1, and co-leader for first place in the conference. Currently ranked 8th in the standings and in the computer rankings. What do you see as the key factors tonight for? Let's start with the Tigers. What do you think they're going to have to do to give themselves a chance against the conference-leading Blue Jays?
One of the hardest things when you match up with us is the number of girls we're bringing at you at the net. There's just so many attackers. Pretty balanced on the outside with Badir and Kendall, and defensively for the Tigers, that's going to be something they're going to have to make sure they get. And then, we got middles and our right side coming at you too. So a lot of things we have on the offensive end.
What about the Blue Jays? What are they going to have to do in order to secure that conference title tonight?
Mix it up a little bit this time of season. It'd be nice to try out some different things. Try out your tempo offense. That sort of thing, as they're trying to get things polished for postseason play. That's going to be opening up here in the next, week and a half.
Well, I do anticipate a very good game tonight. Both these schools have played some very challenging teams throughout the season, so I know that they're both very tested for tonight's matchup. And historically, this has been a very competitive and important matchup in our conference. Since Bondurant joined back in 2012, we've won 6 conference titles and finished second 3 times. Carroll's won 3 times and finished second 4 times. So these typically have been the top 2 teams in our conference. Bondurant holds a all-time record of 7-5 over Carroll, but Carroll has won the last 3 matchups between the two, one of which was in 2019 that won their last conference title.
Yeah, we're going to have 2 well-coached teams coming at you tonight. It should be a good one.
Well, and Carroll is just coming off a pretty big victory, I think, against ADM, where ADM was sitting tied at first for a while there. Kind of did us a little bit of a favor because now it's just us and North Polk and not a 3-way tie. My feeling is we're the leaders since we have beat North Polk head-to-head, but I'm not 100% sure how that works out, if it will be a shared title or if we would be crowned the champion since we beat them head-to-head. Recently for us, we traveled down to Pella over the weekend, and like I said, we played some super challenging teams. We went 2-3 with losses to Pella, who's number 10 in 4A, a loss to Holy Trinity, who's number 5 in 1A, and lost to Iowa City Liberty, who's number 1 in 5A. So there's no doubt our girls are tested, and they're not going to see anything on any given night that they haven't seen so far this year.
Yeah, that's probably a tournament you don't want to play the Saturday of homecoming week. But, you never know if those other schools have the same thing going on, because it's just that time of year where,
I kind of wondered the same thing. A Saturday morning, has it the accumulation of going out and TPing 3 or 4 nights that week, has it kind of finally caught up to you? Luckily, we faced North Polk last week, and you kind of wondered, did homecoming maybe help us a little bit with the excitement level that was in the gym that night? And really played very well and took care of North Polk pretty quickly.
That was a solid match for the Jays that night.
All right, so we are kind of getting close here. I'm going to share who I think will be starting for the Carroll Tigers, at least the list that I've been given. We've got number 2, Hannah Jorgensen, who plays libero. Josie Ayala, who's the leading attacker for Carroll, and I believe number 1 overall in conference play as far as kills go. Number 12 in state. She's also number 1 in digs in the conference and 9th in state. So she's definitely going to be one of Carroll's top players. Shane Aschinger is the setter. Ava Gross, Cameron Schabel, Alexia Thornick, and Chloe Ludwig will round out the starting lineup for the Carroll Tigers. Looking at the Blue Jays lineup, looks like we've got Hallie Badir, Hannah Ditzworth, Kendall Anderson, Tori Carroll will be doing the setting, Brady Wagner, Macy Thurlby will play libero, and Paige Harold. I would anticipate this being senior night that at some point in time we will probably see some of our other seniors get in there as well. We are going to take a brief break here for the national anthem.
And for Bondurant-Farrar, number
All right, excellent job there out of the choir. Excellent rendition. Like I said, this is our inaugural broadcast of Blue Jay Volleyball. My goal for tonight is to hopefully people won't mute us by the end of the match, that they'll still want to keep listening.
Absolutely. That is a good goal to have tonight.
And always be aware of a hot mic.
We discussed that too.
Yep. All right, like I said, it looks like for the Blue Jays, we're going to have Hallie Badir and Hannah Ditzworth. Oh, Hannah's going to step out right away. Kendall Anderson, Tori Carroll, Brady Wagner, Macy Thurlby, and Paige Harold to start the game for us.
So when you submit your lineup, you have to put in Ditzworth there as that person in rotation, and then Thurlby subs in right away as a libero once lineups are checked.
Gotcha. And
Looks like our top-notch line judges over there are making sure that antennas.
Got to have a straight antenna.
You do.
You don't want to have anything in question about it being in or out.
Mr. Hamburg might bring out a T-square or something too from
He
the
could.
shops.
He's still checking it out.
Yep. I recognize the up ref too, and she'll run a good match tonight.
Looks like Chloe Ludwig is going to start the service off for the Carroll Tigers. We got a pretty rowdy group tonight.
I was thinking that.
Pretty full crowd. It looks like it's a blackout. Kids are excited, which they should be. You got the number 8 team in state. You should be excited about that. Ludwig with the serve.
There it is.
Kendall Anderson gets the first kill of the night.
That's a tough pass out of serve receive, and they got something out of it.
Yep, a little low there, and does a nice job of getting that to Tori. Kendall is a 2-time all-conference player. I would imagine that she'll be a 3rd time after this season as well. Thurlby with the serve. Carroll starts off with a little tip from number 9, Cameron Schabel.
With that rotation, Ditzworth came in the front row too.
Looks like Carroll's bringing in Riley Nagel to do some serving. Little jump serve. Carroll with a nice set, and Ditzworth with another kill. Hannah's really came a long ways from last year to this year. Just amazing the athletic ability that she's gained in 1 year, from kind of a gangly kid last year to being pretty darn athletic and being one of our most important hitters.
She got a touch on that one, just couldn't keep it in bounds.
And that's
what she
Ayla,
does,
the number 1 attacker for Carroll. Like I mentioned earlier, she's got the number 1 kills in the conference. I imagine that they're going to be setting her quite often tonight. I think one of the keys for Carroll is, can they find a number 2 person, somebody else that can get them some kills to hang around.
I like how Ditzworth's going to match up with her about 2 rotations, it looks like. So hopefully we'll get some touches and maybe get her frustrated.
Little off speed there out of Hannah. Definitely kind of caught the Tigers sleeping on that one.
Yeah, they were anticipating that power cut somewhere, and she just tipped right over.
Kendall with her first serve of the night. Looked like Hannah kind of got it at the beginning there with a little bit of a block, and we just couldn't quite handle it.
It was another one of those kind of off-speed ones, and you're planted in your defensive spot and can't get moving fast enough.
Jose Ayala with her first serve.
Little top spin.
Hannah just a little bit wide on that attack. Nice approach, hit it really hard, just couldn't quite keep it in play.
As a middle hitter, she does a great job hitting the backslide or even just the regular back set like she had there.
Hallie with her first attempt at a kill tonight. Unsuccessful.
Nice up there. Let's go. There you go.
There
that works.
Yeah, so far with the exception of maybe one time, it looks like the Blue Jay passing has been on point. Almost everything's been right to Tori. That makes your job as a setter a heck of a lot easier then.
Yep.
trying to run underneath it all the time.
Gives you a couple options other than that safety outside set. So we have, with Tori in the front, we have the 2 hitters there.
I was told that Hannah's serving has kind of been picking up lately and really did a nice job down at Pella. I think maybe led them in aces down there this weekend. That's another one right there. Just a little too long on that one.
That's one thing when you're serving for aces, sometimes that efficiency goes down a little bit because you're trying to take a little bit more risks.
You make that sacrifice
Yep.
sometimes to get a few aces here and there, and with that possibility of hitting it into the net or maybe out of bounds. Another good pass and set.
There we go. 2. Double contact there. Just sloppy out of the hands.
So what is a ref looking for right there? Because you don't see that call a ton anymore, where way back in the day when I was in high school, that was very common. And now it's a lot looser.
They've, definitely relaxed on that rule a little bit. Like in serve receive, you essentially can almost have a 2. A lot of times they're looking for the spin on the ball.
Okay.
If it's coming out pretty wobbly, you can tell that the hands didn't get there at the same time.
That they were offset. Gotcha.
Yep. That's a good one. There we go.
Very nice. She even had to kind of reach back for that one a little bit, was still able to deliver that cross court. Nice attack there out of Hallie. So Tori's going to be taking the serve now. Tori's also a 2-time all-conference player, and I would imagine going to be a 3-time all-conference player when it's all said and done.
She does leave the team in aces for the Blue Jays.
So that's the second time that we've set Paige there, and both times she's kind of done a little tip over the net. That one gets down.
That's a great serve. No spin on it. It was just knuckleball coming at her.
Yeah, those things come in kind of wobbly. You're not for sure which way it's going to break.
You just hope it doesn't hit you in the face.
Yeah, pretty tough to handle. Just like a pitcher in baseball. Throwing a knuckleball, you have no idea where it's going to move.
It's a nice up. Little tip.
A little too hard there. Got a little aggressive. That was kind of a tough one to hit. Probably just needed to put it over.
With Paige being left-handed, she kind of brings a little bit more excitement. You see a little different angle off the ball. Badir at the back. Oh.
Excellent block there
out
out
her
of Carroll.
inside, yep.
Yeah, back to Paige there. Being a right side hitter, it is kind of an advantage to have that lefty taking the approach versus a righty. Gives you a few more options. Kendall with a nice pass. Badir tip. Great job out of Carroll's libero there, Jorgensen. Another nice play out of her. Looks like the Blue Jays are in the net there. Closes the gap here to 9-8 with Jorgensen still holding serve.
You can kind of see both teams right now are just basically trading points, just kind of getting a feel for the match.
There really hasn't been a lot of mistakes. It looks like both teams have been passing well and hitting pretty well.
Backs. Oh, they ran the back slide there.
Yep, a little
right
slide
up their
attack.
middle, and our blockers couldn't get our shoulders in.
Is that
on that slide? That's something that can happen.
Was that Aschinger who had that attack, number 6?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep, that was a nice play. Ties it up 9-9. Jorgensen with another serve, and just too strong on that one. But good run out of her. I believe she got him 3 or 4 points, which in rally scoring you'll take as often as possible.
Absolutely. Badir bringing it right at her on the serve. Go, go, go. That's kind of a scramble play we just couldn't get.
One of those quick reacting and just didn't quite get there in time. Again, Carroll ties it up, and now Chloe Ludwig will be serving. She started the match. Ooh, that was a tough one. Barely got over the net.
There we go. Nice kill there by Brady Wagner.
Brady's first kill.
Have we talked yet about Tori's milestone she hit?
No. I believe that was last week or 2 weeks ago. Tori hit one that I'm guessing that not a ton of people do. You're going to have to definitely play 3, if not 4 years to get to 2,000 assists.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
One, you better be a pretty good passer, and 2, you better have some pretty good attackers.
Absolutely, that's definitely one of those stats that comes down to that takes a lot of teammates that help you get there.
And
like you said, you have to have that pass and then the kill to get the assist.
And you got to play a lot of games. You're going to have to partake in a lot of games, play in 35, 40 a year to give yourself a shot at getting that thing.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool accomplishment.
Excellent strike there out of Kendall, but again, Jorgensen is playing pretty well for the Tigers. Right there, the Tigers went to Ayala, and she just couldn't quite get that one over the net. Looked like she was just kind of in an awkward position there.
Yeah, she was kind of falling back, reaching, falling away from the ball.
Well, she hit it left-handed. I'm not sure if she's left-handed. Another point for the Tigers. Definitely been back and forth. Tied up again, 12-12. Now we go to Cameron Schabel, serving for the Tigers. Another kind of low one.
There we go. That started with that good pass out of serve receive.
And you can definitely tell that Kendall hits that with a little bit more velocity than everybody else.
She is just a straight up jumper, I believe. Did she get the attacker at Nebraska camp, I think, over the summer?
Yeah, she was the MVP at the Nebraska volleyball camp.
Which is a very solid camp. To earn that recognition is pretty cool.
Yep. Hallie just missed that one from getting over. Again, ties up 13-13. Ayala takes the serve.
Be good to get a couple points here with her moving to the back row.
And Kendall has committed to play volleyball in college as well. Sioux Falls, I believe, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah.
There we go. There's that back hit out of Ditsworth.
Yeah, very nice. She's obviously has got some height and can play above some of these blockers, but she really put that thing straight down in the ground. Really hard for people in the back row to get underneath that.
I just double checked. Kendall is going to play volleyball at University of Sioux Falls, major in biology.
And
free ball here.
She is an okay trackster as well.
By state champion, okay.
Yep. She can get over a couple hurdles. Nice sight out there out of the Blue Jays. Take a 2-point lead.
Yeah, this is big. This is Ayala's in that back row, and this is what we want to do here.
And I mentioned that Hannah's serving has been coming pretty tough, and she's had some good ones.
Yeah, they're
even ones that they handle, they're not handling it very well. They're not having good passes.
That was still a shaky attack.
Yep.
Had it even landed inbounds, it wasn't going to be one that was going to be a rocket kill.
Again, not
out of system ball to the outside. Ditsworth with the dig. That a girl. Hallie a little bit off the net with the roll shot. And Carroll hits it out of bounds.
And you also got to give Ditsworth credit for not only just the serve, but playing in the back row. You don't typically see a lot of 6'2" kids playing in the back row.
Yep, she's back there serving, so she'll stay in until she loses that serve, so Thurlby can get a little bit of a break.
So an excellent start out of the Blue Jays, 17-13. One thing that I was a little worried about us tonight is having a little bit of a lull. You beat Nora Polk last week, who was really who you're competing for the conference title. We've had a few games so far this year where we got down 0-2 and had to come back in 5. So it's nice to see us come out and get an early lead.
Yeah, and with the weekend, how that was a little bit of a struggle for the girls too. And, you get back in the gym on Monday and you don't know where your head's going to be at for sure. They're high school athletes.
Yep, and you're kind of getting down to that crunch time. You're hoping that, okay, homecoming's over, thankfully. It's time to lock in.
Yeah, refocus.
Tournaments are right around the corner.
Yep, just kind of take care of some business here. So I'm sure Monday's practice wasn't super fun.
Probably not.
Oh, and might have sailed out, but they passed it.
Yeah, it was close. Those are always tough calls. What do you do?
Yep.
Again, they're not able to put together the good pass to the setter and set something up. It's been a struggle for him ever since Ditzworth has.
Yeah, she got the serve at 13, 14-13 on the side out.
Again, not another easy one. That's out.
A little bit long, yep.
Blue Jays take a commanding 19-13 lead here, and Ditzworth still holding serve.
There we go. That's going to be an ace. Oh, maybe not. What a hustle there out of their libero. I thought maybe she'd get it back to the middle of the floor.
What are you noticing right now out of her serve that's making it tough for Carroll to handle?
I'm seeing the ball spin quite a bit, and then it's getting them kind of in that upper part of their jersey. That one, she went a little bit shorter. She's kind of been going at the shoulders. It's good middle back dig by Kendall. There we go, kill for Badir.
Yep, excellent side out. Yeah, she appears to be hitting the ball pretty good velocity too. It's not coming in there softly, so you have to make a pretty quick decision, like some of those that maybe were going to be out, not for sure, and you just kind of got to go with it.
And Badir and Kendall are pretty neck and neck on kills for the team, so that's great when you can have those two leaders out there.
Well, you mentioned earlier about kind of we've got a lot of hitters. We do have what I would say a three-headed monster basically between those three. You throw in Ditzworth, a really nice trio of attackers.
That's a good jump set up for Tori, keeping it on our side. There we go.
A little better communication there maybe.
It's probably a good decision out of Hallie. That was a high ball out there. A block's kind of coming on here late.
Wagner.
They're keeping it inbounds versus getting those touches out of bounds. Out of system ball, free ball here. Good hustle by Tori.
Hallie again.
All right.
Yeah, Brandt basically had to protect herself on that one.
That was just a reaction right there. That was
coming in hot.
The moneymaker.
Right down the side. Ooh, Tori with another good serve,
That was a great serve. Free ball at the Lady Jays. Oh, no. Just a little over.
Yep.
That's one you want to have back.
Just a little too much on the pass and put Tori in a tough spot. Easy put down for Carroll there.
Brady might have got a little excited thinking we'll get a tempo attack out of this free ball.
Jorgensen with the serve. Badir with a nice quick attack there for another side out.
Now she's going to head back to serve it.
Puts it at 23-15.
Good serve.
There's a good pass.
That was a good up. She had to go low to get it.
Nice block out of the Blue Jays.
Yep, combo of Brady and Page there. Nice spot out of Brady.
There was maybe a quick, and it looked like maybe Brady wasn't quite ready for that.
Yeah.
And then had to go with a little tip over the net, but
found that nice little.
Got the result you're looking for. So you still get a kill on that?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you put it down.
No, sometimes it's, out thinking them. Work smarter, not harder sort of thing.
Really nice play there out of Aschinger on the left-hand dunk out of the setter. You're ready for her to make a pass and get your block set up, and she just hits it over herself.
A lot of spin on that pass. Tor with the jump set.
Somebody was in the net there.
Yeah, there's a lot of shaking going.
There's Ayala.
That's what she woke up a little bit now here on game point.
Yeah, you can see why she leads them in kills. She's a pretty hard hitter. 24-17 Jays. Tigers with another serve.
Good pass by Kendall. Off speed to the middle, overpass. There it is. Nice play by Kendall there.
Very nice. First game go to the Blue Jays, 25-17. Just real quick, I would say that the difference in that first one was our serving.
Yeah, absolutely. And really that one rotation by Ditzworth when she was back there.
Or maybe you could even say our passing was much, much better than Carroll's. We were able to get our offense going, whereas they had a big stretch there. It was 13-13, and then Just, we went on a what 8 to 4 run there to end it. Oh, sorry, 12 to 4.
We're not checking math here.
No, I got it. I checked myself. We got it figured out. So yeah, very good opening set for the Blue Jays. Anything you see Carroll going to try to do differently? How are they going to handle some of those serves?
Well, score their 17th point there. Ayala with that kill. I think she's going to kind of wake up here in the second set. Obviously, there's a lot of volleyball to be played tonight, so build a little bit of that gap. Your goal anytime your girl goes back to serve is you want to serve in chunks. You want to get 4 or 5 serves in a row and kind of build that separation. So that's something Carroll's going to want to try to swing their way this time.
Yeah, for the first 3 points, we saw basically teams going back and forth, and then Hannah got into her rhythm there and got 6 or 7 points, whatever it was, and really kind of separated us from Carroll. So I'm sure that they want to avoid that. Definitely going to want to get Ayala going. I don't anticipate the Blue Jays changing a whole lot. I felt like they were setting Ditsworth and Anderson and Badir all pretty equally, and that's kind of what you want to see is that balance throughout the team. So, and we saw a few from Wagner and Harold as well.
Carroll was able to get some kills off of our blocks. They were hitting off our hands and they were going out of bounds, those sort of use hits. So maybe we can clean that up a little bit, get our hands pointed back on the court, get some of those to land in on their side instead of fading out of bounds.
So it looks like that Badir will start the serve for the Blue Jays in set 2.
Yep, looking like the same lineup here.
Yep, and I checking for Carroll here. And looks like we've got Schabel, Ayala, we've got Aschinger, we got Jorgensen, Ludwig, and Gross starting for them. Carroll starts off with that first point. Nice attack down the side.
Yep. Hitter looking line there, and that's a tough place. That's open on our defense. Tori's kind of playing that midpoint. And then we have our other girl in the middle back position, so that corner's a little vulnerable. She got her hand up there at the last second, just not enough.
Yep. Schabel with that first kill for the Tigers.
Top spin.
Oh, nice tip out of Brady.
Earlier, Brady went to the right, so they might have cheated over, and then she kind of took that cross body.
Ditsworth subs back in for the Blue Jays, and Thurlby will take serve.
That's tough. That setter took that pass at about 12 feet off the net. She was past the 10-foot line and tried to set it middle, and that's hard as the middle hitter to track that in and
Thurlby is having a really nice year serving. She's at 95.5% serving, which puts her 10th in 4A. Ayala with the tack, but just a little strong there. Need to get a little bit more on top of the ball.
Yeah, Macy's one of our efficiency-wise leading servers for Bondurant. There's that setter dump again.
Yeah, back to the left-hand hook.
Yep.
Aschinger gets a point there for the Tigers. And it looks like that Riley Nagel, sophomore, will be entering to serve for the Tigers. She hits that one into the middle of the net. Paige Harold takes serve for the Blue Jays. Little lefty.
There we go. Our girls got up.
Yep.
Just kind of tipped it right down.
Yep, one of those passes that kind of got away from Carroll again, and pretty easy there for Ditsworth or Tori, whichever one got that.
You would think Ditsworth got there first, but you never know. Kendall's got them hops.
Brandt tries a little dink over the net, but just doesn't get enough of it. And we had a couple blockers waiting right there. If she did get a little bit higher, I think it was going to be in trouble.
Yep.
Another nice serve
Another
out of
tight
Paige.
one. Sutter jump setting to get out of the net. Good up by Kendall. Setting weak side here. Nice dig by Paige. Up to Tori with the Sutter dunk. Bring it to the middle of the court. A lot of out of system here. Their Carroll block slows the ball down a little bit. Here we go. There's a good up. Right side hitter there went a little surprise on the second contact. And Lady Jays win the long volley.
And that's a tough one. One of those that goes back and forth multiple times. You really want to get that point. And Carroll wants to get it so they can get Paige off the serve right now, because I think she's got 4 or 5 in a row on
Yeah, and she can really, she's kind of one of those, when we talked about the high risk sort of players.
Her ball is barely clearing the net. It's coming in pretty hot. And I don't know if it matters a whole lot if it's coming in with a left-handed person, but it's going to probably have a little bit different look to it than a person who's right-handed.
Well, even as you're in your serve receive position, you know, you're down and they're drawn up with the other hand, you know, it's a little bit different coming at you, you know, similar to a left-handed pitcher as a batter.
Each team definitely had about 3 or 4 opportunities there to finish the deal and couldn't quite get it done. And Jorgensen has it go off the tips of her fingers there to give Blue Jays a point, move to 7-2 in set 2. There we go. That's what you were just talking about.
Yep.
But I think you take that. You get your 4 or 5 points and you hit one in the net. You call that a win.
Yep. As a coach, you'd really like to see him get that serve in after the timeout. You know, that's the whole purpose why Carroll called the timeout, was to stop something that's going on. Good block by Carroll there.
Yeah, because Kendall really hit that thing hard. I don't think they were going to be able to receive that. So nice job out of, I think it was Brandt who maybe had that. Brandt or Thornick, who was the one that actually blocked it.
Backslide here to Ditsworth. That's a good idea. They're going to camp out on Kendall a little bit because she knows she's going to bring the heat on the swings.
So that slide attack, what advantage does that give to you as an offensive team when you're doing that?
Well, sometimes it's just where Tori ends up. If she gets pulled towards Kendall, it opens up that backside more because you're too close to your outside hitter. There was one where they were doing the slide, but she actually hit it middle instead of right side. Just a little different look out of that serve receive, just where they line up.
Is that a play that you call, or is that just something that they kind of feel?
They can just feel it. A lot of times out of serve receive, you'll have,
Looks like Hannah landed a little bit awkwardly there.
Came down on an ankle there, yeah.
She's up. She's all right.
Yeah. We've had a little bit of ankle injuries, I think, as the season's been progressing, or more early season, I guess.
Might have been just one of those, landed a little funny. Wasn't for sure. She's good. There's Josie. It's a nice attack. Pretty good set right down the middle. She found a gap in the defense. She heads back to serve now. 9-6 Blue Jays. That looked like maybe some indecision. I think it's going to be out. I better
That's exactly what
return
it looked like. And it was going to be in. It's a lot easier to see from up here, though, than when you're down there. It's coming at you. Coming back to Kendall, and then she gets a good pass right there.
Yeah, excellent pass.
There we go.
Badir, good attack.
Good use by Badir.
Yep. Ten to 7 now, and now we go back to Ditsworth serving. We'll see if she can put together a run like she did last time. Good serve to start.
Oh, just wide. Just out of bounds. Good swing by Brady.
I think Carroll's breathing a little sigh of relief there. And that was probably the best pass that we've seen off a Ditsworth serve. And they were able to set something up and and get themselves a point and get the serve back.
Yeah, there it goes. Floats a little bit out.
It was close, just a little bit too long. Tori, as you mentioned, is our leading ace getter. She takes the serve now for the Blue Jays.
Like to see her get a few more tonight.
Well, she's coming into tonight. She had 45 aces, second in the conference, ninth in the state. So pretty good. She's number one in the conference in assists and fifth in 4A. A little tip there out of Badir. Doesn't get down. Coach Sauer doesn't like something going on there.
Yeah, we need to get a stop here. We need to get that. This serve receive's tough. Tori's off the net a little bit. Kind of tipping up. It's a good job pushing it to corner. Nice up by Thurlby there. Outside of Badir. Died just in front of their libero. That's a nice swing.
Hallie's been pretty consistent tonight getting that ball down. That was a nice nice pass and set there to get the side out. Blue Jays go 12-10. There's another one of those tough receptions out of the Tigers.
I feel like Hallie was still getting a serving signal from coach as
maybe she didn't want it.
She was in motion already. And
yeah, like,
I don't even know if her eyes were on the ball.
I'm going to serve it wherever I want.
A little long there.
Yep, just a little deep. So you see people move around in the back there to serve. So obviously you can serve anywhere behind the line. Is it just kind of a feel wherever you like it, or is there sometimes strategy behind it?
It might depend where you're lining up to what zone you're trying to hit. Some people like to serve more cross-body, where some like to serve straight on. Most girls will serve kind of from the right side but they can go sideline to sideline.
Right-handers usually go to the right side.
Yep, Paige, you notice she'll be lined up on that left side. Oh, I think they're set her at a shoulder in the net, but it went out anyways.
Yeah, Ayala really thought that ball was...
Had a touch on it?
Yep, had a touch. Definitely could not tell that from up here. No. She put some speed on that one.
And on those, you're looking kind of for the change in spin in the ball on a touch if you can't hear it or you're looking to see it.
Now watching the Olympics this year and that ability to go back and review some of those plays where you could see a ball that was barely touched really kind of changed some outcomes of those games, I thought. And I don't know if I really liked it or not, but it was definitely a twist to that level of volleyball.
It's pretty incredible at that level.
Just a hair too long there for Josie. And the Blue Jays have kind of started to stretch that lead out once again, making it 17-11.
I think we were at 11-10 at one point, weren't we?
Yeah.
I feel like Macy's been back there serving for a little while.
She's been doing a nice job changing speeds.
So Macy can serve for one girl in the rotation. So she's serving for Brady.
Gotcha.
She plays that back row for our middles, which would be Hannah and Brady tonight.
Yep.
So Hannah serves for herself, and then when she's done serving, when the other team sides it out, then Macy subs in there.
Score goes to 17-12.
Get up by Kendall. Set middle to Ditzworth. Nice cut there, right off their libero's platform into the stands.
Yep, she had a beat on it, but it was just a little too hot to handle.
She's got an advantage. She's already pretty high up in the air before she even jumps. She has a nice arm swing.
She's higher than everybody else, that's for sure. We go back.
Paige with a knuckleball ace.
Back to Paige serving. Again, just finding the right spot. going to take another timeout,
Yep.
maybe to try to freeze her again.
That's how they won that side out on the last timeout they had. Paige was back there, and took some times when a coach is really looking for your player to get your serve in is first serve of the set. You don't want to start out with a missed serve. Serving out of the timeout. Let's say you had a long rally. You want your girl to step back there and get her serve in. You don't want her to put it in the net or out of bounds. Obviously, match point. You don't want to miss that one. And then if you missed a serve your previous time around, kind of get back to redeem yourself.
Paige is, she's got 27 aces on the year, and she does have a little bit more or a little bit lower efficiency rating, but I think like we talked about, you run that risk of, hey, we're going to sacrifice that a little bit, knowing that she is going to get some aces. So Paige still holds serve, 19-12 Blue Jays. That one was a bit of a knuckler there. It's a nice play out of Brandt to make a play on that, hit that with her left hand.
There we go. That's right off Disworth and straight down with that block. And that's one first set they kind of went out of bounds with. So.
Yep. She's hard to hit it over.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to go around a long arm player like her. You can't. It's hard to go over with any ball with speed. You could roll shot or tip over her, but you're not gonna hit it hard over her.
Another tip. This wasn't quite where they wanted the ball for the kill.
And Kendall gets that tip deep corner out of that out-of-system ball from Badir.
Probably just read the defense there, knew where the opening was, didn't want to take the risk with an attack, and just kind of tipped it long.
Yeah, Hallie was pretty close to her, just in proximity of the floor. So you just get it high, and then so you can go with it.
Another nice serve.
Gosh. They're getting pumped up right now.
Yeah, I'm sure that they came into this saying, hey, she's number one kills in the conference, but we're going to show you that we might be better.
Yeah, got a good battle going here.
22-12 Blue Jays. Paige going for that 6th or 7th serve in a row here.
Block slowed it down there, Badir. And then Ditzworth finished it with the kill.
Again, she kind of took the Carroll defense there for a surprise. I think they were ready for an attack, and she just kind of dinked it over.
If you can tip it there middle with not a lot of air under it, it's pretty effective because you get a bunch of girls there, and they don't know who's going to get it, and they kind of question whose ball it is.
Yep.
And a lot of times it will drop then.
It looked like some confusion on their part.
Looked like must have been Kendall on that one, the way Ditzworth celebrated there.
Nice block and kept it in.
Yep.
A lot of times you see those just barely leak out, but that one stayed inside the line. Paige going to end it. She was a little juiced up for that one.
Yep. Paige can get juiced up too. It's good to see her out there though.
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the year, I'm not so sure they would have had her penciled in as a starter. I think they were thinking a few other things, and she's just given them no reason to take her out. Once she got an opportunity, she took it and ran with it. Oh, that's a nice little drop.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Not a lot of serves are going to drop right in front of Kendall either.
And in being that lefty on the right side definitely helps, but she's definitely been a very important player for our team this year. Oh, mama. We might have to scoot up.
Yeah, regroup a little bit, communicate. And
there's Coach Saracen. Scoot up.
Yeah, let's get out of this rotation. And this is on the side out. It's match point. We just win, Go.
So 2 nice aces out of Cameron there. That one was
That's
just
a good
little
up by
bit
Badir.
longer.
That backslide to Ditzworth down the line. Into the stands. There we go.
Yep.
Solid match set out of Ditzworth there.
When she goes to attack that, you don't feel like she's going to hit it that hard, and then it just explodes off her hand when she hits it.
Yeah, she really does a nice job of getting that elbow up, and she just powers through the ball.
So the Jays take set number 2, 25 to 16. You kind of feel like they've got all the momentum, and it was pretty similar to set number 1. I felt like our serving and serve reception was superior, and was really the difference in set 2.
And then our blocks stepped up. On our attacks, we were bringing a lot more heat. There was a lot less of the out-of-system balls where you have to, down ball it. Can't really get a good attack. So overall, it's a pretty solid match. Other than at the end, we kind of gave them a few more points. But
so as we go to set 3, I kind of felt like we would maybe see a little bit change in the rotation, and it does appear that Haley Edwards is gonna make the start for the Jays in this set.
Is she in there for Paige, then it looks like?
It looks like she's in for Paige.
Yeah.
Always a nice gesture on senior night. The Blue Jays have, I believe, 6.
Yep, and then Laurel Christensen as a manager to make 7.
You got Haley, Kendall, Tori, Holly, Brady, Macy, the 6 senior volleyball players for the Blue Jays. So this will be an excellent way for them to, in their regular season home career, if they can hold on here and beat the Tigers. Looking ahead a little bit, I believe that the Tigers, they're going to open up postseason, I think next Tuesday, if that's the 19th.
Yep.
They're going to open up at home versus Denison. And I remember looking at it. I can't remember who I think they'll have to play Sioux City Bishop maybe. Bondurant will have a first-round bye, and then we'll host the winner of ADM Creston, which could be an interesting matchup, a rematch of ADM who beat us in conference play.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gibson. I'm having trouble focusing right now.
Yeah. Everybody
we got
loves
line dancing going on.
Everybody loves Cotton Eye Joe.
A little Cotton Eye Joe.
I've never met anybody that doesn't.
They're going to have to talk to their parents about that song or something. That's been around for a while.
Well, they sure act like they knew it.
Yeah. They probably thought it was a new song or something. Introduce them to the Macarena or something.
So Carroll starts off set 3 with the serve.
There we go. Set it backside to Haley Edwards, and she gets
right
the kill.
to Edwards and gets the kill.
That's awesome. One thing that's neat about Haley is, as a senior, she hasn't seen the court a ton. She's out there right now, and she got that kill. And, everybody has their different role within the program. And she decided to stick it out, stick with the team, and that's great.
Yeah,
nice up by Tori.
There's always lessons to be learned being a part of a team, being a member of a team, trying to achieve one goal, whether you're the person who's leading the charge or the person following. At some point in your life, you're going to be one of the two or somewhere in the middle, and so it's always a good experience. You want to see those kids stick it out and have a good attitude. It's awesome that she gets an opportunity tonight to go in and play.
Oh, off the back. There we go.
Off the hoop.
Well, you don't get to be a top-ranked team. You don't earn that spot without having teammates that are pushing you in practice daily.
If you don't have internal competition, you're going to have a hard time being good.
And that can be the difference there in that postseason run, because your practice girls are going to help you.
Well,
they're going to be running the stuff your competitor's going to run,
or even if you have one of those unexpected injuries, you got to have somebody that's ready to step up. And I feel like we do got a couple people on our bench that if push came to shove, they could step up and definitely play for us.
Oh, absolutely. I was talking with Coach Kitchen earlier in the week, and she said that JV took the varsity in practice the other day and was beating him pretty handily. So
Kendall got all of that one. Nice kill down the side, make it 3-2. Sorry, 2-2 for the Blue Jays.
Bailey subbing back here to serve. Holly Bailey back there.
Yep, so you got another senior entering the game for the first time tonight.
And I've seen her come in and serve a little bit, kind of as a situational type thing.
Coach Kitchen also told me that she's one of their better servers.
Yeah.
And so that could be something you get in a postseason. You need to get on a hot streak. You might see her enter the game.
Yeah.
And that's not easy to do, to not play and then, hey, we're going to throw you in and come in hey, go get us some good serves.
That would be a really tough
It's
position.
like come off the bench, go hit us 3 threes.
Right.
It's not that easy.
There we go. She's going to step back there and get another serve.
Like we've seen most of the night. Good pass, good set, good kill.
It's good to see Haley and Holly get in today.
Nice kill for.
That's a tough one
for
on that
Shable.
right side.
Yeah, it looked like our defense was not
Yeah.
ready for that.
Where she was at, she really couldn't go line.
Yep.
She only really had that cross, but couldn't get there.
So 4-3, Blue Jays.
Good up there. Push deep corner. Bidier got there.
Good communication out of the Jays there.
Off speed by Kendall. Blocker digs it out of the net. Outside, dig up by Bidier. Nice cross court swing by Kendall.
Yeah, you might be able to get her once. You're going to have a hard time getting her 2 or 3 times on a rally there.
Absolutely.
And with her, she's a little bit shorter, but she can really jump, and she doesn't get terribly close to the net.
No, she doesn't.
When she's attacking, she likes to strike from a little bit farther away. Maybe helps prevent the block a little bit.
Yeah, and she has this opportunity to see the court a little bit more.
Nice
Off
attempt at a
Ditzworth
block
hands. One thing I noticed, the Carroll setter here, number 5, when you're asking about do they know what they're going to run off of sets, you can kind of see her pull on her jersey sometimes and give her teammates a hand signal.
Gotcha.
And she's signaling to her hitters either what they want to do at a serve receive or maybe off a free ball.
Okay. And do you think that normally comes from the setter, or does she get calls from a coach?
Typically, it's your setter.
Okay. I noticed that she's a sophomore, so you got confidence in the youngin to make those kinds of decisions.
Yeah, she's moving pretty well. Getting some tough balls. That's a good swing by Ditzworth.
Yeah, she seems to take control of the court out there. I believe her and Ashinger have been rotating at setter for them.
Yeah, and it looked like Ashinger had most of the assists as the team.
So maybe Riley's been playing recently.
Well, actually, yeah, that number on the quick stats, it looks like that number 8 leads the team in assists. But
oh, yes.
by considerable amount.
I don't know if we have. We have not seen her tonight.
Haven't seen her, yeah.
I guess we're kind of slow.
Yeah,
to the
I
party.
noticed it earlier, but I don't see well from far away, so I couldn't tell if it was a 6 or an 8. And then
Well, yeah, there's no 8 in uniform
see one
tonight. Looking down at the bench, you got a few kids that are in street clothes, so you wonder if you got a sprained ankle or some type of injury. Tori with a nice serve.
cross-court swing. It's a nice attack out of a kind of a bump set over there. Edwards with the swing again, deep corner. Set outside to Badir. Nice dig.
Yes, Josie's definitely a good volleyball player.
Yeah, she is. That was a nice middle back up there.
We've seen her do a variety of things tonight, and you can see why she leads this Tiger team.
Edwards with the outside swing. Tori took the first pass, so we got to get some help there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call a lift on that, but it went out of bounds anyway.
Yeah.
Some of our parents were seeing that one too.
I just think back to 1998 when I'm in school, and that's a lift every time.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can do a one-handed set now. If it doesn't come to rest there in the hand, it's hard to do. Overpass by Carroll. Little tip there to the middle. Kind of sloppy on both sides right now.
Yeah, it's like they just can't quite find a rhythm. Nobody is setting up for the big kill. We got one there, but Kendall hit it a little bit long. Everything was just kind of dink and dunk over.
But that's kind of been the theme for the night. The first 10, 13 points or so have been traded. Oh, it might have been long. It was going to be close.
That's going to move the score to 9-9 right now with Carroll serving. Getting a little bit of momentum going. You got Chloe Ludwig serving for the Tigers.
She's second on their team in aces, and only by 2. So over there, right there. I don't know if that was a touch, but nice up by Badir. Let's go, Brady. This is some good volleyball right here.
Oh.
Ooh, just long, man.
Yeah, that was a nice rally by both teams. Carroll got what they wanted initially with the nice set to Ayla, but the Blue Jays they got some length on her a little bit in that front row and were able to block it and extend that rally.
Oh. Thorby was there, and
I think
that overpass.
Yeah, that tip got on her really quick.
Yep.
And wasn't able to pass it the way she'd like to. I will give kudos to the student section over there for Carroll. Those guys making a pretty good little jaunt.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's
the volleyball team.
We'll say they brought a pet bus. How about that? Also known as volleyball players, but maybe some super fans or some siblings or something.
Definitely a challenge that Carroll has, being the farthest team away in the conference, constantly traveling over an hour to almost every place.
Yeah,
maybe Boone might be the only one that's right around an hour. Tough on a school night. Never easy to play after a long bus ride either, I didn't think.
Right. Varsity's nice. You can kind of get loose a little bit during those JV and freshman matches, but it's still a little draining.
Kendall taking the serve for the Blue Jays. Got a 12-11 lead.
Nice pass out of Libero. There's Josie out of the middle with a nice swing. And she'll go back to serve.
Yep, we've seen her a couple times attack from the middle and seems to have quite a bit of success there. And I don't know if it's a little bit of a surprise, but you can't get a good enough block on her maybe.
She's pretty straight on with that approach too. Coming from the back row now off the net. Used it for a kill.
Well, if she wouldn't have hit the ball so hard, it wouldn't have got over the net.
Yes.
She hit it basically through the net.
Yeah, it really did. Bent that tape down and powered itself over. A little bit more of a floater serve that time.
I like that. I like that quick set there out of Tori, but Carroll was ready for it.
Yeah. This third set, Carroll's bringing the block a little bit more. Where second set we had it.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden the Tigers have a 2-point lead.
The Ayla in the back row, that will help us out. Get a side out here and kind of take her out. Blocked by Carroll and Badir.
They're definitely finding some rhythm, and the last thing you want to do is, when you got a team down 2-0, is let them think they got some hope.
Absolutely.
You really want to just seal the deal. They take momentum, all of a sudden win the fourth game, and now you're in a real dogfight.
Another one. Badir digs her own hit. There we go. That's where it said my turn.
Yeah, that was going to be tough to.
Though they're thinking they got under it. So you can play with, the ball can play off any part of your body. I think they're thinking, that girl's saying she got it off her toe. I wasn't paying that close attention. I did not see it that way.
Going to have
it's
a
nice to
conversation.
See the officials listen and take time.
So are we looking at an inadvertent whistle then maybe? Is that what we're saying? They blew the whistle and it wasn't actually dead because they were underneath the ball?
We would do a replay if it basically is a reverse decision. Just replay the point. That's one thing about volleyball. They stuck with the call that the ball was down. And she looks pretty confident that it did hit off her toe, but maybe it got the floor as well.
Yeah, Carroll's definitely fiery. I like it.
Yeah. Well, they've knocked off some teams this year.
Yeah,
I mean, their record doesn't really show.
They're not backing down. I agree. They're 17 and 15, but like I said, they've played a lot of tough teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Similar to us, they've played a lot of ranked teams, and they're tested. And even without their setter tonight, their normal setter, they've definitely battled hard.
Oh, nice dig. It goes out of bounds, but here brings it hot. That's kind of always as a hitter, when you hit it so hard that they dig it and it goes out of bounds on your side of the net. That's kind of a.
Well, that was about a perfect spot as she could get to hit that thing, and she hit it about as hard as I think she could.
Tori with the good serve.
Floats
Floats it out. She knew it was going out right when she hit it, too. She felt it, kind of just sailed on her.
You don't get on top of the ball at all or just hit it too hard. Maybe a little miscommunication there out of Carroll. You got two people diving for the ball. Ties it up 16-16. So now we're seeing that serve that maybe is getting streaky again here for Tori. I believe this is her fourth one.
Pull away here at the last 9 points. Be nice. Tori plays some defense there with the dig. Libero's working hard back there.
And Kendall just had a little bit of a mishit there, and ball hits the net and goes out of bounds.
Can't get a kill every swing.
No.
And you know that as a hitter.
Jorgensen takes the serve. Carroll back in the lead, 17-16. And she does as a righty. She goes all the way over to the left to make her serve.
And that serve just dove right in front of Thurlby there.
Nice sight out there out of Badir. Good attack. Carroll will get their hands on it, but can't keep it in play. Back to 1 point lead for Carroll and Badir serving.
Good pass out of serve receive for Carroll. Take it outside. Oh, Thurlby with a little overpass. Yeah. Oh, they're going to call her in the net. I'm not going to disagree with that. I couldn't tell from here if it was the ball or her hand, but that up official's right there.
That's a tough call to go against Carroll because it really was not a good pass out of the Blue Jays and should have been an easy point for Carroll. It's a tough one to give up.
As a player, you get pretty excited for those. We give it back with us being in the net now.
Yeah, now that one was a for sure.
Yeah, it's still shaking.
Definitely see the net moving. Carroll again takes that 1 point lead. Ludwig with the serve there for the Tigers. And
there it is. You can see her load on that one.
Yep, Kendall with another nice kill. Another good pass.
Right to the free throw line. Mason's getting the signal.
If she gets it in rhythm, it's almost for sure getting down or going to be really hard to handle.
I saw on the back of her dad's shirt, it was Ken Dough like bread dough.
Huh.
So I'll have to find out what that nickname's about.
Huh.
Ken Dough.
Yeah, I've never heard her called that.
Yeah.
I've coached her a few years in track, and I don't
Maybe
know if I
it's
should
a
pull that out or not.
family thing or something. I don't know. Need the side out to tie it up.
Really been back and forth these last 5 or 6 points. Nobody's separating more than a point here.
And Dedsworth with the block. That's great. It was just one-on-one there.
Yeah, it looked like Shable was kind of in an awkward position where she couldn't really load up.
Yeah, she was delayed on her approach. Maybe she went in a little early.
And you're not going to want to do that trying to hit over Ditsworth. So we're back to Holly Bailey now, serving for the Blue Jays. Might be that serve we're looking for, just something to get us over the edge here.
All right, that's good. Their setter was pulled. What was it? It was a decent up out of serve receive, but the setter was pulled away from the net quite a bit.
Yeah, I think she wanted that one back. She did not like the attack. It's our first lead for a while. Looks like Holly's got a little bit of a knuckler.
Off the blocker's hands. Gonna set it outside. Goes around the block. Nice hustle by Tori there. Gonna have a little. All right.
Hannah's just kind of had her number tonight. She
really
multiple
has.
times on this left side, she has found her. And that time gets it down.
Forces the timeout. Yeah, with that set pushed the hitter a little bit outside. And it takes away that line, so as a blocker, you know they have to go across so you can cheat a little bit and read it. Hannah does that well.
Yeah, she was in excellent position there and really got herself an easy block and point for the Blue Jays. Makes it 22-20. Holly's came in. She's got 2 in a row. She's got that little bit of a separation we're looking for. Be nice to senior night to see her senior finish this thing out.
Absolutely.
What do you think
That'd
of
be
Ray's
pretty memorable.
shorts? Are those salmonish?
They might be. If we were to, when you used to have to like fill out the paper request at the copy office, I think that would have been classified as salmon. I think he wore those against North Polk last week.
I think I need a pair of those.
So they might be those lucky shorts. Nice block by Ditsworth.
Again.
Carroll digs it up though. It's a little bit of a throw. They're gonna say we touched it. I don't know if we did.
I don't know how we could have. We didn't
Well,
have anybody
earn
there.
There you go. Carroll tried to get scrappy, but just not enough.
Yeah, great hustle. I felt like we definitely should have had a point earlier. I don't know how any of our people could have hit that since they weren't there.
Pushing the receive back a little bit.
That's out.
Gonna float out. Here we go.
24-20. Here you go. She can end it.
Oh, people are getting on their feet. Oh, and a timeout by Carroll.
Carroll going to use that last timeout. Well, I hate to jump the gun, but I think we may only have 1 point left, so we have to choose a legacy player of the game, and I think we've got a lot of people that would be eligible tonight. We've seen a really nice game out of Kendall. She's had a lot of great attacks. Tori's done a nice job passing. Ditsworth has really stood out to me with her serving and her blocking and her attacking. Badier's been really good, but I think with it being senior night, we got our six seniors
plus Laurel.
Plus Laurel, I think it would be fair because all of them played a factor tonight. All of them got in. All of them helped in some way.
And we'll play at home again with some postseason stuff, but there it is. Man, that came down quick. Oh, we got some friends out on the court sweeping.
Uh-oh. Get the brooms out. 3-0 victory for the Blue Jays. Our legacy players of the game, we're going to go with Haley Edwards, Kendall Anderson, Tori Carroll, Holly Bailey, Brady Wagner, and Macy Thurlby.
That's a great night for the Lady Jays tonight.
Yeah, you get your 3-0 win. You secure your conference title. Now you get basically a week off before you play again.
They're going to hit a tournament up this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they added that just, I think, this week.
I did see that. Yeah, they got a tournament. Did you say Woodward Granger?
Woodward Granger,
Woodward Granger. Do you know who we play at all? Who's on the schedule for this weekend?
It looks like
I thought I
Grandview
saw
Christian and Roland Story in pool play.
I remember seeing those.
And then after that, they'll probably get broken out.
All right, well.
Hey, it was fun tonight.
Yeah, the next time, if we're back, we'll be back for districts on the 21st, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And that's the winner of Preston or ADM.
Yep.
And we will host that with the potential where we could host that regional final.
Cool. Until then.
That's great.
Thank you for listening, and hope you didn't mute us.
Go Jays.